Skinner finally got a chance to go on a vacation to Hong Kong, but he found that the plane ticket he bought was for a Friday flight. He called the airline to try to change the ticket, only to learn that changing it to a Saturday flight would cost an extra $7,130. He didn't want to miss the opportunity to go to Hong Kong, but he also didn't want to close the school a day early. Bart was dropped off by Marge at Patty and Selma's workplace, but the work at the DMV made Bart feel a bit helpless. Coincidentally, his aunt asked Bart to shut down the license-making machine, and Bart suddenly got a mischievous idea. He used the machine to forge a driver's license and planned to start a road trip with his friends. But Martin raised a question, and everyone kept flipping through the travel guide. In the end, they decided to visit the World Expo venue in Hong Kong. After a bumpy journey, they finally saw the World Expo described in the travel guide. But when they reached the Sun Sphere landmark, they realized the buildings had fallen into disrepair. The former visitor center had become a wig shop, and the owner told them that the World Expo had taken place back in 1982. Bart comforted his friends, telling them not to feel disappointed. At least they still had a car and a stack of cash. But they discovered that their savings were almost gone, and the last bit of money was spent on buying crystal ball toys. Martin wanted to call his parents for help, but Bart was afraid of being scolded by his parents. He wanted to find a way home on his own, but in the end, they had no choice but to call Lisa for help. Lisa suggested he apply for a delivery job. If they could get a delivery headed to Springfield, they could successfully return home. Although Bart didn't look 25, the boss still hired him as a temporary worker. He was given a task, but since no deliveries to Springfield came in, Bart had to call Lisa again. Lisa had to ask Homer for help, and she told Homer about Bart's situation, but Homer was furious when he heard the news. At that moment, Lisa suddenly realized that there happened to be a nuclear power plant near where Bart was. They could order a control console from there and assign Bart to deliver it back, but the procurement department said the Springfield nuclear power plant's console had no issues.
Oh my god,